Matthew Bates with Movement Mortgage, and Matt's here in the studio with us again today. Thank you very much, Matt.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing?
Good morning. We're doing well. How are you?
Good.
Matt, we're talking about the 203K loan process, okay?
Yeah, we do a great job with them. I think I got 4 going on right now.
You got one of them with us right now.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yep, very good one, too.
Yeah, awesome one, too, yeah, out in Gloucester. So our listeners, they might have heard about the 203K, but I think it's great to give them a refresher. And some others, if they haven't listened to the show before, they're asking, Matt, what is a 203K?
Well, a 203K loan is an FHA product that incorporates a renovation part of the loan.
FHA, Federal Housing Administration. Okay.
But we have a couple of different renovation loans. There's an FHA 203K. Mm-hmm. There's actually 2 of those. There's a limited, and then there's a full 203K.
So the limited is 35.
It's more of a streamline. It's for smaller renovations, more cosmetic work. Anything less than $35,000 in renovations.
So let me get this straight. If somebody's purchasing a home, that needs a little bit of work, like a foreclosure, a short sale, an estate sale,
right,
or just a home that needs some hugs and kisses,
right?
This program actually allows them to mortgage up to $35,000 with the limited one.
Right. Now the reason for that is because it's less expensive. There's not any additional fees. Mm-hmm. You can incorporate the renovation loan without any multiple re-inspections. You just do one at the end when it's all completed.
Okay.
It's more of a smaller, just for the hugs and kisses is basically what it is. An overall perspective, it doesn't add too much more to the mortgage payment because you take that $25,000, $35,000, whatever the renovation costs, and divide it by the length of the loan, 30 years, 360 payments. It doesn't add. It only adds
Yeah.
10, 20, $30, and we have to do the math. But
not much at all. So here's another question that I know our listeners may have: is I'm very handy. Can I do the work myself?
No. We're not gonna sign off on anybody doing their own work. For insurance purposes, for license purposes. You can get into if someone doesn't know what they're doing, and they're not registered with the state, if in case of an emergency or anything happens that's against the grain, that doesn't fly with inspections or whatever, we have to rely on a licensed and insured individual to
Makes sense.
Make that happen.
Another question: What if I am the homeowner, the home buyer, and I am a licensed contractor? Can I do my own 203K?
I don't believe so. No, I think you have to go through a third-party neutral, neutral person. A contractor to get that job done. Okay. I don't believe so. I have not run into that, so I wouldn't know what to do with I wouldn't know. I would just ask the underwriter. But with Movement Mortgages process and the way that the company is structured, it's very, very easy to come up with these unique situations, like licensed and insured contractors that want to do their 203K work themselves. I can ask the underwriter up front, and we can figure that out right away before you make any permanent decisions going under agreement on any house.
Perfect. Now, how about this? Somebody wants to purchase a property to flip. Would they be able to use the 203K?
Well, no, not really. We have a renovation and investment property renovation loan. It's for a single-family property. It's called a home style, and it's a conventional product.
Okay.
An FHA product traditionally, and it always will, and always has been, and always will be for owner-occupants, people that are going to buy the house and live in the house. There's an ownership interest that you have to have into it. You have to make it your owner-occupied property. People that typically flip, there's better loans out there. Interest rate wise, less regulations wise, like lines of credit and different banks and different portfolio items that you could use to flip an item. Hard money. I mean, those are all great loans for people that are trying to flip a house.
Sure.
So, they need to borrow money on a short term so they can make an investment after they get done flipping it.
Okay.
The 203K loan and quite frankly the home style renovation loan are not for people so much for flipping. It's more or less people grabbing hold of a property, saying they're going to live in there, do the hugs and kisses cosmetic work or major renovations if you do the full 203K.
Okay.
And live in the house. Or if you buy this home style renovation loan, loan, which is a conventional product, we can renovate single-family households if it's going to be an investment property. So if someone wants to buy a single-family house and renovate it for investment purposes, they can renovate it and then rent it out and hold on to it as an investment. There's no life, there's no time requirement, but there's just better loans and better options out there if you're going to just buy a property and flip it.
So a couple of other questions, because we might have people that own a multifamily or are looking to own a multifamily. Is there any type of program out there for an owner-occupied person that is looking to buy a multifamily to fix that multifamily?
Yeah, you can use the FHA 203K loan.
Oh, you can?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wonderful.
Yep, you can use that that FHA 203K limited and full 203K depending on the renovation amount.
Perfect.
For single family, 2-family, 3-family, 4-family.
Now, is there a veterans 203K? No, nothing for a veteran.
No.
Wow.
And this is just my opinion. A lot of people come to me for my opinions.
Sure, of course.
So my guidance is I show you both loans, a conventional home style renovation loan and an FHA 203K. I'd say hold on to the money, your cash, and keep it in your account while you're renovating the property. Put a low down payment down, which is 3.5%. It's the purchase price plus the renovation amount.
Okay.
And you take 3.5% down off of that. You follow me? So you do a $150,000 purchase price.
Okay.
$25,000 in renovations.
Yep.
You take 3.5% of $175,000.
Yep, makes sense.
That's the down payment. So you use that low down payment option, get the renovations done, and see where your house is appraised at after you get done building.
Especially in an escalating market.
Exactly. So and see where the equity position, you could probably naturally gain equity just by renovating the house.
Yeah.
More than the $25,000 it costs to renovate it.
Absolutely.
Maybe $40,000, $50,000 at that point. So instead of, and then using that money to refinance into a 20% down equity position, no PMI situation, getting rid of your mortgage insurance without having to unload all the cash that you've been saving to buy the house.
So I don't know if our listeners caught that. Basically, what Matt gave you was the formula to pay 3.5% down, cover all of your expenditures as far as updating your home and bringing your home up to a higher value, especially in this escalating market. And then basically you can refinance that loan. Okay, get rid of the
mortgage insurance.
The mortgage insurance,
correct,
which is maybe around $125 or so a month.
Yeah, it depends on the purchase price and the bottom loan. If you're doing a big loan, it could be over $200.
Thousands of dollars over the course of 30 years.
Yes.
Okay? And now your home is your home is worth that much more. Are there any stipulations with appraisal that we have to worry about? For a 203K.
Stipulations for an appraisal is you get your contractor estimate.
Yep.
I order the appraisal with a purchase and sales agreement that says how much you're buying the house for.
Okay.
And we're going to use that 150 number because that's what I've been using for the segment. But the $150,000 purchase price, then they take into the full general contractor's estimate of all the itemized items that you're going to do to the property as far as the renovations are concerned.
Yep.
And then they take the as-is value, just making sure that you're purchasing it for $150,000. It's worth $150,000.
Okay.
And then it's going to be worth whatever or more of the property's going to be worth. Let's call it $25,000. The house is going to be, after you get done renovating, it's either going to be worth $175,000 or more.
Okay.
So it has to be the appraisal has to come in at the after improved amount.